Good day. For today's flyer, let's talk about SMPS or Switch Mode Power Supply. So, what is SMPS? SMPS is a switch mode power supply, or abbreviated as SMPS, an electronic power supply that incorporates a switching regulator to convert electronic power efficiently. Like other power supplies, an SMPS transfers power from AC source to DC load, such as personal computer, while converting voltage and current to characteristics. Unlike a linear power supply, the pass transistor of a switching mode supply continually switches between low dissipation full on and full off states, and spends very little time in high dissipation, which minimizes free-state energy. A hypothetical ideal switch mode power supply dissipates no power. Voltage regulation is achieved by varying the ratio of on-off time by also known as duty cycle. In contrast, a linear power supply regulates the output voltage by continually dissipating power in the pass transistor. The switch mode power supply higher electrical efficiency is a very important advantage than linear power supply. So, being little deep to SMPS, there is evidence that inductive coils were employed to create high voltage swings as early as 1836, when switch mode power supply first appeared. For research as well as modern power MOSFET, which is the most used switching mode. Even today in electricity switch mode, the most popular semiconductor is MOSFET, switchable power sources. So let's see who's the company or persons that involved in creating SMPS. So Muhammad Atala and Dawin Kang are the two inventors of the power MOSFET at Bell Laboratory in 1959. At Bell Labs, there are patent documents of IBM filled out in 1958 that reveal the design of SMPS based on transistor oscillation. Also, General Motors Company, sometimes spelled GM Field, is a company that foreign patents on SMPS design were filed in 1976. For the SMPS, they were the first to create an integrated controller. Also feature a complicated circuit that operates at frequency that range from a few kHz to a few MHz, and still better and better nowadays.
So the components of the SMPS are input rectifier and filter, a MOSFET for switching frequency, transformer, and an output rectifier and filter, feedback and control circuit. So in the design of the SMPS, the first stage of the SMPS is by using rectifier for AC input voltage through diodes. The second, the rectified DC input voltage needs to be filtered by the use of capacitor. Third is by the use of MOSFET for high frequency switch to increase the low frequency into high frequency. Next is the use of back boost converter, or what we call a flyback transformer, to step down the voltage. The last step is to rectify and filter the output voltage to have a low DC voltage output with a high frequency. Then it will feed back to the control circuit to make a PWM signal and goes again to the switch, the high frequency switch.
Construction and PCB layout. In AC to DC SMPS, input voltage may be 110 volts or 220 volts. PCB layout is separated by primary or a high voltage side and secondary a low voltage side. SMPS also includes fan that helps reduce heat produced by components mainly the switching transistors that is commonly mounted with heat sinks. The whole circuit is firstly protected by fuse for safety. It will go through high voltage input filters, rectified, and the voltage will be doubled before entering switching transistors and before being stepped down by isolators. On secondary side, or the low voltage side, it is mostly for filtration, control, protection, and regulation before giving an output specifically 12 volts, 5 volts, and 3.3 volts.
Passive output voltage. The most popular linear and fixed output voltage by regulator types are by the far of 78 passive output voltage series and the 79 output voltage series. These two types of complementary voltage regulators produce a precise and stable voltage output ranging from about 5 volts up to about 25 volts for using many electronic circuits. There is a wide range of these three terminal fixed voltage regulator available available, each with its own built-in voltage regulations and current limiting circuits. These allow us to create a whole host of different power supply rails and outputs, either single or dual supply, suitable for most electronic circuits. The application of switch mode power supply, or SMPS. It is used in servers, power stations, and personal computers. It is also used in vehicles for charging batteries. It is used in factories and industries for power. It is used in railway system, security system, mobile system, and also as lightning.